Welcome back, Augmented Ones. Augmented Naturally 30-something is back. The level cap has been announced to be increased from level 40 to level 50. Still in test, but we're going to go over all the nitty-gritty when we get into the episode.
It's the cat's meow.
Experience is possibly going to be reworked. We'll see once more information comes out, but we will heavily speculate in your favor. Legacy level 40 for any players level 40 that achieve level 40 before
end of the
year will achieve a legacy reward, title, badge, other things. We'll go into more details then. Has Pokemon Go learned anything from Animal Crossing? With a Seasons update, we'll see. Also, Platinum Medal. Typo turned fun. New medals coming to Pokemon Go as well. Stay tuned.
I think it's pronounced PP Latinum.
Yep. We're going to briefly go into the friendship event. We're going to try and get this episode out as fast as possible, and hopefully you get to use this friendship knowledge to increase that friendship and possibly XP gains. Stay tuned to the podcast or tune in on YouTube at Augmented Naturally. That way you can enjoy any segments you like, comment in there, join in the discussion, and possibly impact some Augmental ideas in the future. Stay tuned, Augmented Ones. Augmented Naturally starts now.
Meow.
All right. Go beyond. Big news, XP, and research will be required to level up past level 40. So that's basically going to be every level will require a combination of XP in addition to a certain amount of tasks or achievements being done along the way. They have given a brief breakdown on exactly how things are going to look. It'll basically be they'll have a research icon next to your XP bar now saying how many research points you need to achieve before you can actually hit the next level. And if you look at the graphics, it'll show you that you can have more XP and then once you achieve those research points, you then level up to the next level and get the extra bonuses. Currently, we'll just briefly go into each thing here. Level 41 will be submit your catching skills to a test of endurance. You'll be expected to catch a high number of Pokemon in a single day, along with other tasks in order to reach level 41. So this is probably going to be just like the Catch Mastery event, where you had to catch at least 10 Pokemon. No, you had to throw and land 10 curveballs in a row. I think it was 10 great curveballs. Yeah, I think great was the pain point.
I think so.
Catch a high number of Pokemon in a single day. So your local time, as always. This one will probably be easiest done on a community day of some sort. Or if you have a couple incenses rolling, stock up some items. Or if you visit a pretty good nest, if they get a rework, that is too.
Use that incense and community day and use that fast catch technique. And
whenever levels are on the board, local communities tend to sprout up in activity. So you could actually end up seeing a big influx of players playing in a hotspot area. So if you coordinate with your local group, be sure to let people know if you're activating a lure on a Pokestop. That way, multiple people can prosper and gain extra Pokemon from that. Let them know, okay, we're activating a lure during this time. Meet up here. This is also a great time for those sponsored locations to let their local communities know as well that, oh, hey, the hobby shop down the street, we're going to activate our lures at 4 p.m. during the release of this event here.
I was gonna say it's a good way to do like a pot lure event. Just everybody brings one lure, find a bunch of Pokestops in a certain area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe with like a nice walking path or whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody hits one. You know, maybe you can do an hour and have like 8 with 16 people, and you could do a full hour of 8 stops lured up the entire time, and all you have to do is burn one lure yourself.
Exactly.
I mean, it's almost socialism, but let's not talk about that.
Socializing, that's all.
Socialismizing.
Just keep 6 feet if you're walking about with other people. But that's the good part about the increases with everything going on.
Get a 6-foot rope, put a rock on the end of it, and just spin it around.
Or you could do like the guy in Walmart and have a pool noodle attached to the top of your head. That way the people have to stay exactly 6 feet away from you or they get whacked in the head.
I have several pool noodles in the house.
So do I, yeah.
Well, I don't have a pool, but Laura uses them for quilting.
Oh, okay.
Like roll
I
them
would
up,
use them for
pin them in.
I would use them for like arts and crafts things. Like I would.
Okay.
I once made for like decorations in my store for a while. So we would advertise like a T-shirt as like a boogie board type thing. So I would basically bend the noodle inside so it opens up the shirt. You see the design in the back, and then you put it up against something, and it looks like a board in a way.
I got you. Okay.
But another thing to note while we're talking about it is what you referred to there is what we used to do all the time, actually, was the lure loops. So you figure out Pokestops that are within 3 minutes of each other. Because a Pokemon will spawn from a lure every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
By making that route within a 3-minute interval, you can then get to each stop within that time frame before the next Pokemon spawns. In addition to, if you pause at the end before you turn, it will help increase the amount of steps that actually register on your adventure sync or on your eggs. Because if you're just doing a big circle, when the game registers every 15-30 seconds, it'll cut a straight line. So if you stop at the edge there, then that straight line will be at the longest point. Meanwhile, if you just kept going around in a circle, that circle is going to get cut in half at certain points, and sometimes it'll be barely a point on there. That's why the lore loops really help, because it allows you to actively participate in different spots there, in addition to get multiple points and multiple spawn points while you're playing the game.
Okay. Or if you're lazy, just find a spot where like you can triangulate yourself in the middle of like 3.
Yeah, well.
Then drop a lure every minute on each one, and then you just got boom, 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 minute.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because if you are going to be triangulating lures with multiple people, try and do the different types of lures. Because the magnetic, the mossy, and the icy lures actually spawn Pokemon at a higher frequency than the regular lures do.
I did not know that.
I believe it's probably about a minute or so, because those ones are the premium lures and stuff. But because they are a specific type on there, that type will be regulated to which lure you're actually dropping. Which, another thing you can do is figure out who has which Mega Pokemon available at that time, or let them know that, okay, we're going to be dropping down the Mossy lure right now. So make sure that if you are Mega Evolving a Mega Venusaur, you just need to have a Mega Evolved Venusaur with you. So the time has to still be ticking on, it can't be expired, or you can't switch to a different one. You have to have a Mega Venusaur evolved, currently active, and then any grass or poison type Pokemon caught on that Mossy lure will award you extra, I believe it's candy. You'll get extra candy for those grass types that you're catching during that time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whichever Mega Pokemon you have evolved, so the Mossy lore, the Icy lore, will probably net you the most extra candy if you're trying to coordinate a fancy lore with a Mega Evolved Pokemon. Because I don't think there's a Fire type one. Because the magnetic affects electric, steel, rock, and ground. Mossy affects the bug, grass, and something else. Icy will affect water, ice, and something else. Anyway, so...
Steel? No.
No, steel would be magnetic.
With electric.
Yeah. Either way, what we're trying to get to here is, since it will be a endurance catch-a-thon for level 41, coordinate with your groups. If you don't have a lot of players to do any lore loops or lore up the entire town, and you have to triangulate between 3 Pokestops, then use a premium lore instead of just a standard lore. That way you can get specific Pokemon or to get more frequent Pokemon in that small range in time. But the thing you want to keep in mind when prepping for this level 41 grind that may happen, stop during this friendship event, open as many gifts as possible, stock up on those pineapple berries because Gen 6 is coming. We don't know. Gen 6 is coming. Leave it at that. Stock up on the pineapple berries. Keep the nab berries. And basically, keep all your berries, keep all your balls, keep all your evolution items. Potions if you really need to, but you have time until level 45 where you're going to have to start doing gym battles. So, in preparation for level 41, you want to make sure that you use this friendship event to the best of your ability. Open as many gifts as possible. Get that friendship tier up as possible for that extra XP. And those gifts will be giving you extra pineapple berries, extra Pokeballs. Stock up on as much as you can from there. Do not trash any Pokeballs until after level 41. Because it's going to be a catch-a-thon.
Yeah, you got to burn a lot of balls.
In preparation for level 41, don't forget, stock up on all the balls, stock up on all the berries. Resist the urge to dump any of them or to bury any gyms unless you really need to. In which case, maybe use the raspberries, but if the catch-a-thon is for catching a total number of Pokemon, then you want to make sure that you're catching that Pokemon after one try. If the catch-a-thon is getting so many throws in a row, then you want to make sure you have as many nabs as you have, depending on your patience tolerance. Depending on your patience. Because I can sit there for a couple minutes per Pokemon, but some people, after the first ball, if they don't get it, they're out of there. They just peace. Not worth it.
Really?
Yeah. If you really do want to... Well, we don't know the exact level for the new platinum medals, so that could be another factor on how easily you can catch things. Because with a new tier of medal means a new tier of catch percentages added to each capture.
Yeah.
So
unless they just revamp gold and whatever down, and then we get platinum becomes the new. No, because I think it's like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3.
Yeah.
So you would just assume it's going to go 0.4 or 0.04, whatever it is. Or maybe they'll jump it up to 0.5.
Probably 0.5 make it easier.
Just 1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 3, 5.
Okay. So we're just going to